Welcome to Shalom World Podcast.
Now it's your turn to teach me something.
Like a tongue twister?
Yeah.
How about we do the one from last time?
Oh, yeah. What was it again?
You don't remember it? Well, I'm surprised, Coco, seeing as it made you so hungry last time. It was all you could think about.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Mix a box of mixed biscuits with box biscuit mixer.
Something like that. Let's refresh our memories, okay? Ready? Repeat after me. Mix a box of mixed biscuits.
Mix a box of mixed biscuits
With a boxed biscuit mixer.
with a boxed biscuit mixer.
Yeah. Let's try that all together now. Ready?
Yeah.
Mix a box of mixed biscuits with a boxed biscuit mixer. Nice. I hope you're not as hungry as last time, Coco.
Maybe not as hungry, but Katie,
Yes, Coco.
do you think you could give me a few more crackers when the show finishes again? Because you're so nice, and if I'm really good, please?
Of course.
Really?
No.
What? Why?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, you can have some crackers, Coco.
Yay! Story time!
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, Katie, where did Jesus live?
He lived in a place called Israel.
Where's Israel?
It's a long way away from here, in between 3 continents, Europe, Africa, and Asia.
So did Jesus' followers come from Israel too?
Yes, they did. But even though Jesus never left Israel, his followers traveled far across the world to spread his message and love. But did you know that even though Jesus lived in Israel, many years later it was in Jesus' own country that his message needed to be taught again?
Again? But I thought he already told the people that lived there about himself.
He did, Coco. But over time, new people came and some people forgot.
So what happened? Did Jesus have to come again and tell them?
Not exactly. Instead, he chose one of his followers to teach them in his name.
Who was it?
He chose one of my friends, a woman from Jerusalem who was a nun. Her name is Marie-Alphonsine. Have you kids heard about Jerusalem?
I have.
You have, Coco?
Yes. Jesus went to there lots of times to heal people and tell them about himself.
That's right, Coco. It's also where he died and rose from the dead.
I knew that.
There's no need to brag about it, Coco.
So how did Marie-Alphonsine know that Jesus wanted to help the people to know him again?
Do you kids remember how Mary visited Bernadette? Well, not long afterwards, Mary visited Marie-Alphonsine as well.
Really?
Yeah. At the time, Marie-Alphonsine was already a nun with the Sisters of St. Joseph, who she had fought very hard to join because her father had originally not wanted her to enter religious life. So when Mary appeared to her and asked her to begin a new religious order called the Rosary Sisters, our friend was both excited and nervous. The new congregation would be the first religious order to be founded in the Holy Land by the native people there, rather than by the Europeans. Their mission would be to teach and help Arab Christian women, especially in remote villages, and they would have a special devotion to the Rosary, which would be continuously prayed throughout the day and the night. But for a long time, she kept the message to herself, not knowing how she would do what Our Lady was asking of her. Have you kids ever been afraid to tell someone something? Maybe you've been afraid of what might happen afterwards, or afraid of what people might say. Marie-Alphonsine wanted nothing more than to do what Our Mary was asking of her, but she thought she might not be strong enough to complete such a task, and didn't want to leave the Sisters of St. Joseph.
So, what did she do?
She allowed her Heavenly Mother to help her. Mary continued to visit her in dreams and visions, repeating her request and finally pointing our friend towards a priest called Father Tanis, who would help her.
And did he?
Yes. When she finally worked up the courage to tell him, he told her that he also had been wanting to begin a congregation, both devoted to Our Lady and which would help Arabs especially. Slowly, they began to form the congregation, beginning very small, but gradually growing and going out to small villages to teach the Arabs living there. especially the girls and women who hadn't been taught very much at all. Do you kids like school? Sometimes you might find it boring or hard, but what if you never had the chance to learn anything at all? What if all you had to look forward to in your life was doing work and getting married and raising kids who were going to live the same way? If we had been with Marie-Alphonsine in some of the villages she went to, we would definitely appreciate our education more.
Were the people happy that Marie-Alphonsine had come to teach them?
They soon learned to love Marie-Alphonsine and her sisters wherever they went, especially since Mary was still helping them, our friend, and sometimes allowed miracles to happen.
What kind of miracles?
Do you kids know what a well is? It's a very deep hole in the ground where people get water from. One day, there was a young girl who fell into a well, and when Marie-Alphonsine was asked to help, she threw her rosary beads into the well, asking Our Lady of the Rosary for protection by praying the rosary. Well, the young girl came out alive and well, saying that she had seen a great light while she was down in the water, and a great ladder in the form of a rosary appeared before her, allowing her to climb out.
Wow, I bet the girl was so happy. Sister Marie-Alphonsine must have been loved by everyone.
Well, she was loved by the women and girls she taught, Coco, but some of the sisters in her own congregation didn't like her and were even jealous of her.
Why were they jealous?
Well, do you remember Father Tanis, the one she'd originally asked help from?
Yes.
He was the only one who knew she had been visited by Mary, so the rest of her sisters didn't understand why he seemed to trust her so much, nor why so many special things happened for her. She was often blamed for things that weren't her fault and given punishment she didn't deserve. But do you think she complained and protested when that happened?
Not at all.
That's right, Coco. Instead, she obeyed quietly and offered up everything for Jesus.
Did the other sisters ever find out she was visited by Mary?
They never found out until after her death, when her diary was found where she had written everything down. All throughout her long life, she had kept her secret between herself and Father Tanis, not wishing to bring any glory to herself. She had travelled all around her country doing the work Mary had asked her to do, establishing schools and orphanages, bringing her Arab sisters to love Jesus, performing miracles and praying the rosary, but not once boasting that all of that had been started by her when Mary had appeared to her. If something special happens to you or you achieve something very great, do you sometimes boast about it to impress other people? I'm sure we've all done that at some point in time, or maybe even often. But perhaps we should try to follow the example of Marie-Alphonsine, of keeping it quietly to ourselves and impressing God rather than others.
That sounds pretty hard, Katie. I think I need to ask her to help me with that.
Don't worry, Coco. I think we all need to ask her to help us with that. One thing especially we can learn from her is to trust in the power of the rosary, which Mary gave to us. Marie-Alphonsine knew that without the rosary, she wouldn't have had the strength to be so good and do what Mary had asked of her. Dear Saint Marie-Alphonsine, thank you for bringing the love of Jesus to your Arab sisters in the Holy Land and helping them return to the faith that Jesus himself had taught there long before. Pray for them and help us to follow your example of trusting in the protection of Mary and living our lives in quiet love for Jesus.
I'm glad I made up that Hail Mary earlier, because Saint Marie-Alphonsine said Hail Marys all the time, didn't she, Katie?
Yes, she did.
Good, good, good.
Yes, very good, good, good. And now you kids can say Hail Marys like Saint Marie-Alphonsine and Coco.
Wow, that's cool.
But don't get too proud of yourself, Mr. Cockatoo.
I'll do my best, but even you have to admit that I'm getting pretty good at these tongue twisters.
Yes, you are.
Kids, do you agree? I think every single one of them said yes.
Maybe they did. But what about this tongue twister? Can you do this one?
No worries, Katie. How does it go?
She sold 6 shabby sheared sheep on ship.
All right, let me give it a go. She sold chickens, You trickster! You purposely chose a hard one! Ah!
Well, maybe you'll just have to learn it with the kids and I. All right, let's go.
Good. Me and the kids are best friends, aren't we, kids? Each and every one of them said yes again.
I'm sure they did. Okay, let's do that all together now, very slowly.
Yeah.
Ready?
She
sold 6 shabby sheared sheep on ship. Yeah, we got it! High five!
Yeah, Katie, we got it!
Soon we're gonna be the best tongue twisterers in the whole world.
Ah, that was close. Thanks, Katie and kids. Sorry about that.
That's all right, Coco. Let's go get you some crackers then. See you next time, kids.
Bye, kids. Thank you.
Where have you been? I've been with St. Marie-Alphonsine. Come and play.
Play with Katie and Coco.
That's the way.
Get ready, let's go.
Flying through the air with Coco.
Telling stories with Katie.
You and I together, meeting my friends. Friends that help us every day.
Katie and Coco.
That help us every day.
Katie and Coco. Play and sing.
Pray and bring. You and I, we do our thing. It's Katie and Coco.
Shalom World Podcast is now available on all online platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and others.